And now, your mama knows.
Welcome to the Mighty J.A.D.E podcast. It's your boy Justin Love, alongside Nerdish, Shin Marvel, and the elusive Black Dragon, because no one wants to see his ass anyway.
Fuck off.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Oh shit.
We friends. I promise y'all. We all friends, and we really do like each other.
Sometimes.
I hate
No,
every
we
one of
don't.
you bastards.
No,
Sometimes.
we don't like each other.
Don't
Mike,
say that,
Honest,
Mike.
like it's you.
Do not say that.
We
We're at-
love each other.
Yeah, love each other, but we don't like each other. We're irritable, especially right about now with Eugene his mic level.
This was Eugene. Just has to be difficult. That's just what Eugene is.
Ain't no being difficult.
Okay.
Such
So
a
anyway, I sent a text out, and it looks like we are talking about what everyone is so tired of talking about.
How to make the perfect pancakes.
I wish we were talking about how to make perfect pancakes. I could use
Well,
some
fuck it.
perfect
Let's talk
pancakes
about
right
it
now.
then.
Wait, did anybody who's in this call suggest the topics that we actually are talking about right now?
Yeah, me.
Oh, so fuck what I said to you the other day, right?
What you said is part of what I said.
No, you said me. You didn't say us.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Side note with my boobs, but I'm getting like a little vagina between my titties again. I don't know what's going
It's
on
fine.
there.
It's
Oh,
fine.
really?
Will you stop? Oh my god. Eugene
Listen, they're
also
mine.
brought up
I
a
can do what
topic
I want
in
with them.
kind of what I suggested. So we'll talk about
wait.
that as well.
I gotta
Matter of fact,
remember this is gonna be
um,
serious.
yeah, Eugene, what was your topic? Let's talk about it.
Basically, what I said last night, right? You know how we was back in the day, right? Before technology, phones and shit, and us having computers, versus how the kids are now, right? With this pandemic. How would it affected us back in the day versus how it affect kids now?
Social distancing would have been a bitch back in the day because you ain't had nothing to do but go outside and play with bitches.
True.
Our whole life was outside.
That's all we had was outside.
We would have been talking through fences and shit.
We wouldn't even been able to go outside to do that.
You know what,
Not with
though,
the
on the
parents we
flip side
had.
of that, we also wouldn't have had the internet giving us bullshit information either.
We
We
probably
would
wouldn't
have
even known half
watched
the
the
shit wrong.
news. Our parents would have kept us inside to be like, look, this is what the news is saying. Keep your ass in the house. And we would have just did that.
We would have had chores out the ass.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
House would have been spotless. You would have been mopping over something that had been mopped over 40 times already.
Yep. My mom would have made up shit to clean.
You would have done put every cabinet in alphabetical order. Like had a list full stock of every bean, vegetable, piece of fruit, whatever you had in the house.
You would have learned how to be an electrical engineer as a kid during this time.
Facts.
Nah,
ran it-
y'all know you would have read that whole encyclopedia that
Yeah.
everybody had like 3 volumes of, but never like the whole thing. Everybody always had like A, Q, and Z, and then your friend had like B, F, and D, and y'all have to get together to get the whole fucking thing together.
Yeah, you would have learned to trade out this motherfucker.
You sure enough would.
We probably would have been mechanics, carpenters, electricians,
Plumbers.
shit.
Writing
Your
all
father-
kinds of letters to each other. We'd have been pen pals.
Hell yeah. Because you know mama wasn't letting you be on the phone all goddamn day.
Oh hell no! Get the fuck off my phone.
Get off that phone,
Huh.
damn it.
Stamps would have cost $5. Stamps would have been costing. Mom, I need some more stamps. What you need stamps for? I gotta go mail Justin again.
And there was no us having the TV remote in our hands either. We had to wait for our parents to go to bed so we could watch TV.
Who actually had a remote though? Like most of the TVs when I was a kid, I had to get up and change the damn channel.
You was the remote.
Hell, exactly.
My bad, before cable TV came out.
You was the remote. Oh man, no, the TVs with the knobs on it, you only get 10, 9, 10 technically if you had zero. You had to turn it all the way back around. Eh,
And if you, when you missed the channel and you had to start all over again, you started going real slow.
And that satisfying click the timer made.
and being the antenna so somebody else could watch TV clearly. Hold
Then
your
you
hand
had
like this.
yeah,
Hold
yeah,
it.
top
Don't.
dial, you had a lower dial.
Oh man,
Yep.
he's got it so easy. They're
And
so spoiled.
honestly, I don't think it would have been as bad because
Nah.
we are used to a certain lifestyle now. We are used
See,
to the
oh,
internet and cell
I agree.
phones.
So we know how to adapt going forward, and we know how to adjust going backwards. That's these
I
kids. They
think
only know
these
how.
kids nowadays wouldn't have made it.
Oh
Mm-mm.
fuck no! You drop our kids off in 1994 during a pandemic. See what happens to them. They're fucking gonna probably commit suicide. You see those motherfuckers hanging off the Mooresville Bridge.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good look.
That's why when they start bringing all this nostalgic shit back from when we were kids, like the Tamagotchis and shit, it's not the kids nowadays that are buying it. It's our old fucking asses
Yeah,
trying to
nah,
relive our
yeah.
childhoods.
We're buying all that shit, man. I wish, man. You know what I want to get? And I seen somebody do this on the internet one time with the race car tracks, and they had all the old cars, the 18 van, the
Hmm.
Knight Rider car, the speed
Oh
racer
yeah,
car.
yeah,
They had all
yeah.
these. Oh man, let me get some racetracks. I would love to do that shit again.
I remember I used to get
Oh,
the Tyco ones, the trains that used to
We,
go over the wall and shit, used to glow in the dark.
hmm
yo, who
Oh
remember building a race car tracks back in the day?
shit, the
Isn't
micro
that what we just
machines.
what? Huh?
Think micro
Race
machine.
race car tracks. Remember
Oh,
those? We had to put them tracks together.
Hi, Jazzy. You want some Heelys, but you bust your ass and break your hip. That sounds like me. I hate them damn shoes.
Oh my
What were
god.
the Heelys? I forgot what they looked like.
It's basically like a sneaker that has a wheel that pops out of the heel of them.
Oh,
Your
I
shit.
remember those shirts.
What's
They
up,
look like
Dub?
the shoe for people that got one short
Alright.
leg.
Basically.
Oh,
And is that a Franco creature?
We got a Franco and an Anthony up in here now.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta figure something out with my Sundays because it's crazy trying to do so much.
What you
Yeah,
got going
like
on,
get
brother?
my neck hanger.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I actually went online the day you was telling me about it, and I don't see it. That's
Me
crazy.
neither.
don't they got them at
Oh,
Five
man.
Below?
No,
Yeah,
that's
but
yeah, but Five Belows is closed. So when I went on
oh wait,
Five
I'll
Below.
go look at the Five Below here when I go out in town again because they're actually open here. Everything's open here because we're idiots.
Oh, cool.
Right.
So y'all can go to the mall now, huh?
Oh yeah, everything's fucking open here.
Oh, the
If
mall's
it's
open.
if it's not open, it's that personal business's choice not to have opened yet.
I
But
will
they're allowed to
be
open.
I will be
Wow.
watching
I heard,
Texas's numbers.
I heard Wyoming was fully open. Is that true?
Wyoming never fully closed
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
And
they have like
and
12
last I
cases
saw
in the whole state.
their cases are up 650%.
Exactly.
So that means what? 3 people got it now.
There's more than 3 people in Wyoming, sir.
Well, I'm saying the people who got it.
No, like
Well, look at
okay,
it this way. If they only had 3 confirmed cases and they went up 600 and some percent, that would mean at least 300
Right.
to 500 people got it now.
we did like a slow reopening here in Texas.
Right.
And the first day the state was open at all, we went from like 80 something cases a day to 300 cases the first day. And then it went to like 30 or no, like 250, 275. We kind of evened out at 250 a day and now we're sitting right about the number we have since it's opened and it's been a full week, maybe 2 weeks. You're going to check the cases in your county, yeah. Like
Yeah, the numbers are going down though.
now they're still about the same. They went up hugely
The
and
numbers
then
are not going down.
Yeah, nothing's going down.
Nobody has been able to record. Nobody's been able to record a consistent, solid decrease yet. They'll drop for like one day and then they'll skyrocket another day.
Yep.
They're still climbing.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But what did I miss? What did y'all go over?
Is
Well,
that just
Eugene brought up
today
the
or a
subject
period?
of what, how would we have handled this in the '90s? Because
Oh
Eugene still
wow,
lives in the '90s.
We would have all died.
that's crazy. Hmm. Well, we didn't have as much technology in the '90s, but then again, we was used to being. We didn't need as much technology also in the '90s. You know, like
Uh,
now, you take a little kid's cell phone, they'll go crazy. That's like my greatest weapon against my daughter. Take her cell phone, she can't live. We ain't had no cell
Yeah.
phones. I've been playing outside in the backyard with sticks.
You tell it. All you gotta do tell us we can't go outside. That's like taking the kid's cell phone today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up 21%. Yeah. So I think the last time I talked to you, we had just hit 5,000 cases here, and so 2 weeks ago we were about 5,000 cases in Dallas County, just my county.
right.
We're over 6,000 cases in 2 weeks. So for 3 months to 2 weeks, we've already gone up like 1,000 plus cases.
Damn.
That's ridiculous.
But
We're
you
up.
guys, y'all want to think that this shit is over.
Oh, I don't.
How can anybody think it's
The
over?
word.
There's
Okay,
no
so
vaccine or treatment yet.
another county. Oh, it's far from over. The next county over, which is Tarrant County, which is where Fort Worth is, which is like Dallas and Fort Worth are kind of like form this metroplex. They're about the same size, but they just had a huge jump in it. It's because they started testing the prisons, and one prison out of 600 and something people in the prison, 500 and something of them had it.
Oh my God.
Like it had spread around the
Mm-hmm.
whole prison.
Fuck.
Because they can't self isolate.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's why they let
think about it.
Takashi bitch ass out.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's not like a prison. Well, it's a prison, but it's like for people who have medical conditions or mental health issues. So it's not like a hardcore state lockup penitentiary. They don't
Well, then they all
like.
there's a
They
medical condition for all of them.
yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. People are in close proximity. So you can't help that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
crazy. So how you guys all doing? First of all,
Well,
I'm all right.
doing
I'm
all right.
alive.
I think my laptop caught corona.
Nah, your laptop just tired of all that shit we went through last night.
What y'all do last night?
your laptop probably tired of all that porn you be watching. It's
No,
There you
overran.
go.
we were talking to porn last night. He was on the Pants Off podcast with me last night.
And I kept my pants on.
Cause he's a rebel.
You're a rebel, man.
Rebel.
You have hot fires you lit. Let's go, Melly. Breaking rules out here. You know you can't have no damn pants on when you're on the Pants Off podcast.
It's not ridiculous.
Hell no.
Right? They better be glad I have my pants on.
No, I
Better
jumped
not
in at
put somebody eye out.
about 1 o'clock,
Shut
and my
up,
pants was
Mikey.
definitely off.
You had jeans on last night. See, you another rule breaker, Melly. Am I the only one that doesn't have pants on? Doesn't Pants On podcast? Oh well, I'll be free. It's okay. My ass need to breathe sometimes.
So, something I wanted to talk about, because this is kind of, and me and Anthony kind of touched on this the other day, what I'm calling COVID/quarantine funk.
Yeah.
Because, like, the dynamic is extremely different. Like, we are all people who have either have or have had jobs at some point or another. We know what it's like to go to work every day. We know what it's like to handle our business, and that is completely different for a select few of us. Outside of those on the front line who are taking care of business, and we thank you, those of you who are out there. But like for a lot of us, we're just like at home, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I think the big thing is we don't have a date in sight, right? So it's like for me, it's the hamster wheel. Every day I'm doing the similar stuff, and like I feel like I got to the point where I'm just getting by. I got lazy. Like my funk is kind of like I don't even want to turn on video games sometimes. I don't want to. I just get lazy. Like I don't feel like doing nothing. Like yesterday, I had like the most enjoyable day, and it was because all I did was sit on the couch, and we just were like, as a family, we just was talking and talking. We did nothing. I feel like, man, it was so unproductive. But I feel like I don't know when I'm gonna be productive. Like when am I going back? When do I have to like care? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like,
that's a good way to put it.
yeah. Like, it's crazy. But that's what's bringing on my phone.
Well, here's what's banging on my phone, right? Everybody knows I used to be a bus driver. I hate saying the word use because I think I still am at one point. But everyone,
You will be again.
everyone, everyone knows I used to get up like in the morning, like around. My body used to wake me up between like 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning on a regular. But as I've been home, I find myself getting up like around 9:30, 10 o'clock now. Like I'm able to sleep in now more and more. That's like starting to scare me a little bit. Like, am I getting lazy now? Am I getting used to being home? Do I not want to go back to work or some shit? Like that's where I'm starting to think right now. Like I'm ready to start looking for a different job just so I can get my sleep schedule back on track.
Yeah, I
Cause
agree with you. I'm
I
one of
don't,
those people who got up early for no reason, and I just be getting up later, man. I just get up whenever I feel like now. My body has got to the point where it don't just automatically wake me up. I just get up like, and
fuck it, whatever.
I
yeah,
truly wish I could feel y'all pain. I went to bed at 2 a.m. last night and still got up at like 5:30.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, me
And
too.
that's no
You took
alarm
it
because
fucking
the only
nap.
alarm we have is Mary's. Her alarm goes off at like 7 o'clock, and I'm still up at 5 o'clock in the morning without
wow,
fail.
But see, I always had that sleeping issue. So if I ain't taking no Nyquil, no Benadryl, or nothing, I'm gonna be up around like 5 or 6. Doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. But
yeah,
my problem with it is that I just started getting myself ready to go back to work. I started seeing a doctor. Doctor's ready to clear me, and as soon as I'm getting ready to get cleared to go back to work, the whole state shut down, and I can't even get my clearance. So I'm like,
You stuck.
yeah, I'm stuck.
You're stuck, yeah.
Cause
Nah, I'm
I,
kind
I,
of
I, I've been in that funk for like almost 2 years going through recovery. Now I'm like, all right, good. I'm about to get ready to go back. I'm ready. Now that's all I'm saying. Oh well, we shutting things down. You can't go see the doctor. There's nobody in HR to talk to. You're gonna have to sit and wait. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this shit sucks.
well.
See, my
Go ahead,
my
Kev.
schedule really didn't change that much because both my sister and her husband are essential. She can work from the house, so that's what she does. I got to sleep in like a little bit later some days, but most days I'm doing the same exact thing. My funk, Justin knows I was in a funk hard like last week, 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Like I didn't even stream for 2 days. I couldn't even get in front of the damn camera and do what I do. Like I was just like I don't care. I just don't. Eh.
here's another
I
level.
want to say I feel bad for y'all, but I can't sympathize
Hey,
Yeah, you go to
because
you
work
are
every
You,
day.
you go
whole
to work
thing.
every day.
you
Yeah,
are one
this
of those we greatly appreciate.
You're breaking up really
so
bad, so we couldn't hear what you said.
oh my bad. Hold on. Y'all hear me better now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
A little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when I was on vacation, I can't really go anywhere, so I just bumped around the house and stuff like that. I am. I believe I'm part of that rare subspecies of humans who runs off of minimum sleep.
Yeah.
So no matter what time I go to bed, I'm usually up. 5 o'clock, 5:30. Get up, go to the bathroom, bump around, turn on the PlayStation, and I chill for a couple hours before I go to work. I did that all through vacation. And even now, last night I was up to like four something in the morning watching a new anime and went to sleep and got up at like 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Damn.
what you
So
watching? What you watching?
it's called Gororo.
Goro.
Gororo.
Goro. I think I heard it. What is that
It's
on?
on it's on Amazon Prime. Really good show so far. It really reminds me of an anime along the lines of like Ninja Scroll.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I know what you're
oh,
talking about
I'm
because
about to
I
jump on
remember watching
Amazon
something
Prime.
like that.
I'm watching that shit right. It's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Prime.
Oh bitch.
But it's really good. But so I hear everybody they talk about like the funk, and I look at it from the standpoint you can sit around and you could be in the funk because you're not working, or you could just get your ass up and go find something productive to do. Like there's always something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, facts. No, I feel
Um,
that. Like,
we could literally take this time to exercise, read up on something, educate
Well,
yourself on something else,
well, Franco,
surf
he-
this, do that. You know what I'm saying?
Franco, Franco. Here's the thing that's hard. Like we said, or like you said, you still been working. So for the people who haven't been working, like Justin said it off in the beginning, he said for the people who have been working and then now isn't working. Like I said, there's no end game. There's no date in sight, right? Like I don't like when am I going back to work? Well, first of all, my job let me go, so I got to get a new job. So I think what we're saying
Right.
is for the people who no longer work, who like for instance, I'm a rare species dude. We used to go to the club, then after the club go to the diner, then after the diner go to the sex shop. I get home 4 in the morning, and I still got to be at work by 8, and I'm fine. But now with
Because you
no
powered
job,
up in a damn diner.
now with no job, my body is just like I just have no like I have no. I think it's a mental thing. I don't know when I'm
Anthony,
working, but
that has nothing to do.
Mhm.
Let me interject real quick. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with you not being able to work your body. It's called we're in our 40s, bro. Your body will fucking
It's
say, you know
only
what?
He lied. We
I
is some
mean,
old
it's
ass
only
men.
yeah, I don't.
it's
I don't.
He
knowledge.
don't want to admit that. He's still in
Well,
denial of it. You're
listen, y'all
not
can laugh all you
23 no
want.
Mentally,
more.
listen,
Listen, you can laugh.
mentally, we might still be in our 20s or 30s mentally, but physically, we are in our 40s. We
Uh,
can't do that shit no more.
Y'all, I still got a
Well,
couple years.
and again, I hear where y'all coming from. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I've been in that situation when I was out of work for those months with my back injury.
right.
Way back when, didn't know when I was going back to work. Um, and I literally just busied myself up. It's more mental than physical though.
That is
Like, and
true.
that's what I can really say is like you got to busy yourself up mentally. Like like to give y'all a perfect example, I was on vacation. Instead of playing all the different games I was normally playing, I literally am playing every type of phone game that I need to use my mind on, and I'm stuck doing it. Like I've been destroying people in Scrabble right now, and then I've also been playing this one game with it's all these different little mind games and shit like that. You'd be
Keeping your mind
surprised. You
stimulated.
Yeah, you stimulate your mind. You lose track of time. Like even on Netflix, I've been watching more documentaries than I've been watching shows. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it was weird because I started that when I was on vacation. I literally shifted over to all that shit because I really ain't have nothing to do.
That's a good
Um,
idea.
I
I've been
definitely feel for y'all,
I'm sorry, what'd you
and
say,
I
Franco?
understand where y'all coming from.
Okay.
I feel for y'all and I understand where y'all coming from, but I feel like in the same vein, you can also find ways out of that funk. Like the funk ain't gonna go away 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'd rather not be working and stimulating my mind than to not be working and being like, damn, when I'm going back to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And and I'll be honest with you, there's a shit ton of jobs out here that need people right now because these jobs are essential. It's just what are you willing to do?
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah. And
What
again,
are you willing to do?
we didn't. So make no mistake, we didn't say the funk was like a depression. We said the funk was like a laziness. I don't feel
Yeah.
like doing anything. So that's
Well, and
There's your answer, you lazy bastard.
no, yeah,
well, and
My
in my case particularly,
my
I
funk
have been
is
doing my best to keep myself busy. Like I took an online music production class, and I'm currently working on
Sweet.
some music. And I also took an online scratch class. I can be because I do want to come out of this better than I went into it. You know,
yeah.
Word.
I want to come out the other end of this a better DJ and hopefully a music producer. That's the goal. So I am trying to keep my mind stimulated, keep myself busy, keep myself doing shit. Not just because I don't want to become too complacent. Because if I become too complacent, it'll be a problem.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. We just been doing stuff around the house. But yeah, let me just jump in there real quick because you know me, I gotta just say something. So I'm not claiming to get an old thing just yet. I will.
Hey, Ant, let me ask you a question, Ant.
Wait a
Can I
minute.
ask you a
Listen,
question?
I just want to say,
Let him
listen,
finish. Let him finish.
yeah, let me finish because I just want to say I'm me, but I don't know if you've seen my most recent thank you video that I put out late last night, but
Shameless
I'm
plug.
climbing because I do skits. I literally jumping off of 10 feet things. I'm doing jump spinning back kicks. I'm running off my deck, diving in the air. So that I'm keeping. I feel like keep it. As long as I keep moving, I'm trying. I'm keeping myself young, so to speak. So I'm just saying, like actively, like late. I've been lazy and I've been just staying up late and I've been waking up whenever because I don't have nowhere to go. But my body used to just get up like, dude, I'm used to it. But I just want to say that y'all guys are making this thing about, look, that's because you're getting old. Like I'm still doing stuff as if I was in my
Look,
20s.
I wasn't doing that shit in my
Anthony,
20s, so I'm damn sure not doing that shit now.
I'm just saying.
Anthony, what do you feel like the next morning though?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh no, listen, I'm an active guy.
No,
Like,
no, no. When you get up in the morning,
Them
right.
eyes
how
open.
do you activate? Them
I-
eyes open, them knees start creaking, back start creaking
Listen,
for a second.
brother,
You gotta
listen.
warm all them body parts up now, right?
Listen, you talking to the wrong person. Watch my video. Like I'm just, but
No,
I
no, no.
always
I'm not
Now,
talking about what
where's
you're doing. Not talking about what you're doing while you're being active, because all that stuff you
right,
said you could do, I
right,
still do all that stuff too. I still do it all too. But when I get up in the morning,
right.
there's the waking up process.
No, yeah, I mean, and then you got to
It's the way
again.
the wind blowing.
No. Again, what you're doing is you're putting your body on me. You and me were twins or something. You can't do that. Like you and me are different. So, I,
Uh,
you know, and then
See, Anthony, one of those people where he going, he see you die, right?
say that again.
And if y'all don't know what I said, you live by the motto "lie till you die." And if y'all don't know what that motto basically means, right?
Okay, listen.
It
So I'm
doesn't
glad
mean
you
that you're a
said
liar.
that.
Listen. It doesn't
Listen.
mean that you're a liar. It doesn't
No,
mean you're
go
a
ahead.
liar. Don't take it that way.
Listen,
But
I'm glad you said that,
what
right?
lie till you die means
Listen.
is like, I know I can still do, and I'm still active. Shut up. I can still do it. I'm still active, and I can do all this stuff. But I also know, and I'm also honest with everybody,
Right.
that when I first get up,
We're losing you, Franco.
Yeah, losing.
I can't hear you, dog.
clear?
oh my bad. I gotta stretch. I gotta loosen the legs up and stuff like that. And then I could go run and do all that shenanigans, and I can do it all day long.
And Franco,
You know what I mean? I can do it all day long.
And Franco, I'll explain to you what that means. I'll tell you what that means. That we're human, right? That just simply means you don't do it that often. Whenever you hurt like that, we're human. So like if I was explaining to my son the other day because he's talking about working out, right? He's like really in shape, right? And I was like, if you went rock climbing, listen. I said if you went rock climbing, you think you're in shape and you do something you don't normally do, you're gonna feel it because those muscles you haven't used. So like what you're explaining just means you can do that stuff, but you don't do it that often, so you will feel it. I'm just saying I don't know your schedule, I don't know my schedule, but I'm active pretty often for I guess my age, because everybody's making like when we're 40, we're super old. So for my age, I think I'm a little probably
You are super old.
So that's why when you ask me, do I wake up and feel like I'm hurting? My answer is no, I feel fine. But
I didn't
again,
say hurting. I never said hurting.
You
Well,
said
you
I never said
cracking.
hurting.
You
Well,
said
yeah,
cracking.
I said when you wake up in the morning now,
right.
you don't just wake up, jump up, and take off running. You wake up, you gotta stretch.
Right. And
You know
again,
what I mean?
I said that's what you
Shake
do.
those knees and stuff out.
Yeah, I don't have to do that. But again,
He's never gonna admit it.
He's not.
You don't have to. First of all,
Listen.
Anthony, you are a very fit person, right? I know
Right.
you work out, you do all this stuff. You mean to tell me, as a person who work out and stuff, you don't stretch?
Listen, hear me out. I never was in
No,
a
no,
stretch.
it's a yes or no question.
It's a no.
It's a yes or no question. You don't
The
stretch.
answer is no. The answer is no. To this
And
day,
so as a person that works out,
go ahead.
as a person that works out who just said you don't stretch,
Yep.
you've never pulled anything or had any type of injury from not stretching.
No, I'm just not. That's why I feel like if you ask me how important it, like I don't know. I was never into stretching. Ask Eugene, ask Justin. We went working out. You never see me stretching. Like that just wasn't my thing. Like what call me lazy, whatever. I never did pre-workout.
He is true. He's true. He tells the truth about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stretching was never my thing. Maybe that's wrong. A lot of workout people would tell you, dude, you're supposed to stretch. I just never did. And it just never
stretch your muscles and stuff like that, get them ready, warm them up.
You don't need to stretch.
Well, that's all right, because he's going to be in one of them videos
Yeah,
pulling one of them kicks.
Well, Mike has a good point. I was gonna say, dude, I'm a small guy. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's why. I'm only 5'5". I weigh 140 pounds. Like So maybe for
Oh
me,
shit, never mind. Maybe that is
yeah,
the difference. I weigh almost 80 pounds more than you, bruh.
yeah, like
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
no, yeah. His size has a lot to do with that.
Right. That's the only thing, that's
Definitely.
the only thing I can say why.
I'm
Probably.
sitting at about 220.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm 6 foot 220, bruh.
yeah, dude,
Now,
I'm a little guy, you know?
So I can
uh,
so yeah,
let, let
me
me
personally, I take what Franco says, getting up in the morning, and you multiply that shit times 2. Cause yeah, there's a
And I,
whole lot of popping,
and then
cracking,
you
and
know what?
creaking when I get out of
Maybe you're
bed in the
right too, but
morning.
you can also factor in I'm probably more active than you are too
That's true.
because of the type
Yeah,
of work that I do.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm consistently
Oh,
moving
yeah.
and
That's
lifting
another thing.
and
Yeah,
upwards of 20,000 pounds worth of stuff during the course of the day.
right. So think about it. You have a
So
lot of wear and tear on you too. Like I worked at a desk job for almost 20 years. Like I don't
yeah, that's true.
really have to be that active besides if I'm working out, you know? Other than that, I'm really not putting strain on my body. And I'm not but so big. So I'm never really carrying a lot or, I don't know.
I hate you, Anthony.
You're like a pocket foot.
Listen,
He's fun size.
He,
Get it right.
What's that?
It's fun size for the girls.
Hell
You pull them
yeah.
out your pocket and just go to
no,
work.
but not for nothing. I when I was making that video, I just wanted to do crazy
Woo.
stuff, and I just wanted to like do something crazy and put it in slow motion. And if you see my video, like I put my pool ladder on the deck and jumped off of it. So mind you, I'm definitely higher than 10 feet, and like I was just doing crazy stuff and then put it in slow motion. So you see it, you be
Yeah,
like,
when, you,
what? But
I can
Yo,
do
when
that.
your
if,
little ass blows something out though,
I was gonna
oh, I'm
say,
playing the shit out of you.
if
I mean,
if
you
Sandy
can. I'll be
catches you
proud of you
breaking
too.
something, please put that shit on YouTube.
Listen,
You better
I
upload.
want
You
a,
better
I want a full
Listen,
blown
don't
blooper
edit
reel.
the
Fuck
video
that.
either.
listen. I have my
No.
daughter
Don't edit
recording
the
it,
video.
right?
Upload that shit directly.
Fuck
Now
yeah.
look, I had my daughter recording me. I said, keep it rolling no matter what happened. Like, so every time I was doing something crazy, I was like, just don't stop it. Let it go.
Move close to the camera. Do you got
You know what?
facial hair?
Who?
You.
Yeah, I got my little thing. I grew back.
Mike, you late. He been trying to grow those rat whiskers since he been in quarantine.
oh
You
shit.
remember I had that beard? I just recently had that long beard that I shaved off.
So
You had a beard. It's still hard to imagine you with
He
facial
had
hair.
It
he had
wasn't.
about
It
6
wasn't that
hairs
long.
that was like this long.
No,
You had a
no,
you
I
had
It
a
didn't.
wasn't
you had
that
a
long.
you had a beardish.
oh,
Nah,
Eugene
I
don't.
actually
He
Eugene
really
could
don't.
he could
Hey,
barely catch it with a
hold on a
comb.
second. Hold on a second, Eugene. You're not allowed to make no
Yep.
jokes in this conversation.
Don't.
Yo,
Don't
Bro,
even.
Eugene literally
Eugene
had
done had the
whiskers.
same. Eugene done had the same facial hair since he was in like 8th grade.
Hi,
That's it.
Joan.
That's all he got. Nothing.
No, I don't think Eugene could grow hair.
Nah, he really don't.
Eugene's facial hair suffers from Benjamin Button disease.
Yo. Oh my god.
Eugene's facial hair is like when he was 16.
Yeah, his shit is
I got,
de-aging.
bitch, I got almost facial hair.
Man,
He got almost facial hair.
Peach
he got
fuzz, don't even
16
call
year
it.
old
Eugene,
Well,
yo, what's that black shit called that the dudes in Philly like to put on their face when they get haircuts?
Vegan, that vegan shit.
Beijing.
Wait, what's it called?
Beijing.
That Beijing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beijing.
Die.
Eugene, if he ever Beijinged his face, he literally would just be getting a fucking picture drawn on his face. Like just there is no hair to connect. He would just draw a picture.
My homeboy still wears that shit, yo.
Oh my god.
Like, nigga, really?
Yeah. So what's next,
Tell
Jeffrey?
your homeboy let that shit go.
Well, since we talked about the funk, let's talk about what we are actually doing in quarantine. Because let's put a positive spin on it. What are we actually doing?
What are y'all
Anthony?
doing?
Well, I know today was my first time back outside in months with my swords and started
Oh, wow.
practicing today.
So you started hitting people with them?
Oh no, I was just still trying to practice out. I mean, since the last time I used it, Frank cut me.
Damn.
So
Oh wait.
No comment.
What?
No, you can't just say that
Like,
and not
all right,
tell the story.
First of all, because I own swords myself, I am not outside swinging them shits. Like, because I do not want to look like the crazy black man outside swinging a sword, Mike.
Yeah, Because
Let me
you
give
just
y'all
like
some
to collect it.
clarification. Let me give y'all some clarification. I was not outside swinging the sword either. I don't know what Mike talking about. I was inside swinging the sword.
I was gonna say they used to swing them inside the damn house when we used to live together all the time. There's pictures somewhere. I know there are.
Oh,
They got
We
shirts
were
wrapped around their head, looking like ninjas, swinging swords at each other like it was the funniest thing in the damn world.
no comment.
I can't.
I'm gonna find the picture right now because I know I can somewhere.
Hey Justin,
I
some
know there's
people,
at
hey,
least
Justin,
one on my Facebook.
I was gonna say there's at least one on Franco's Facebook because I remember seeing it.
so Justin,
What?
some people collect them and some people use them.
I do both. I
Listen.
collect them so I can use them. I train with them. I practice with them. But
Okay.
I'm a firm believer that if I'm gonna own that shit,
Why you ain't so damn loud? Why you
Listen.
have to be so damn loud?
listen.
You loud as hell.
Y'all see what I gotta go through?
You have to
Y'all
have
see what I gotta go through?
You loud. Like I'm in your conversation. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's how she coming.
Hi.
Hey, notice
Hey,
she
what's
swinging
up?
a knife in my face.
I'm cutting trout.
Oh
Look, Mike
shit.
found the picture. Found one of the pictures.
There it is. Look right there. That's one of them.
Trout.
Yeah, that was my dice show I had at the time.
Well,
I don't
fellas,
even know what happened to those swords.
well, let me tell you
Oh,
let me tell you one thing I have not felt in these last 2 months since I've
where'd the
been
burgers
home.
go?
Right behind.
What's that, Eugene?
Arthritis pains from not driving a bus.
Oh wow.
And Justin, he can contest to what that feels like.
Yes and no, because I don't get arthritis pains from driving a bus.
I was gonna put it in
Wait,
there.
can we talk about this other picture I just
I'm gonna
found?
make it before we eat.
Franco's picture.
Well, I need to put the rest of the trout.
Wait, hold on.
What happened?
I found another picture in your pictures. It's fucking hilarious. Can we talk about
This is what I
Anthony?
did on quarantine. Built that bad boy up.
So lately I've been
Oh shit.
Yeah, I
just been
definitely know
doing
that
stuff
life.
around the house. Like
Look at Anthony in the back corner of that picture.
where?
Wait, let me see the picture.
I put it in the chat for the call.
Crap.
Why you ain't put it up on the screen?
Justin with the Heineken.
That's a picture of me. What are you
Yo.
talking about?
Oh wait,
That's
what
no,
Justin got
look
the
at Anthony in the back corner.
Yo.
Who is
that-
he on?
That's when we
Hold
went to the joint in Philly, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yo, that is not me. That was for Justin's birthday.
yeah, that was for my birthday.
Yo, that was not me, Kim. You did
Actually,
you see my
Anthony is
face?
in the background of one of those pictures.
Oh, did you see
With-
my face?
With the
Anthony,
red
Hey,
shirt
that
on.
is you.
Don't sit here and
That
lie.
is
We
you.
know what the back of your head look like.
Anthony, that's you. That's you and Kristen.
Yes.
Yo, that is not me.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely you,
It
bro.
definitely is you.
And you can't see me in the picture, but I'm actually behind the like
I
that
can't-
white awning thing.
You're right
And
there in the orange
You
shirt.
got an orange shirt.
Yeah, that's
I'm
you
behind
behind.
Justin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
Anthony. Yeah.
Hold on, you
Come
look
on,
like
man.
you look like somebody. Hey,
We
hey,
know
Franco,
that. We all know that pellet head.
hold on, Franco. Somebody's
Hey, go.
hugging you in the picture.
That's Kristen.
No,
Oh, somebody's hugging me?
Somebody's hugging you in the picture.
That's Tatiana.
Okay.
That's when we all went to Philly on the bus trip.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
for my birthday.
Oh, I was gonna say I need to use a knife real quick. Yeah, man, it was a good trip. We had a good time.
What was that?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
2008.
There's actually some hilarious pictures of me and Tatiana afterwards because we were so fucked up drunk. We was like goofing
Yeah.
around outside waiting. Oh man, that was good times. Good times.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but we've been doing
And
a
then
lot of
apparently
stuff.
we all got older. What the fuck?
Yeah, for
Imagine that.
we've been doing a lot of stuff around the house. Like today, we was it's crazy stuff we wanted to do for a while. So what we've been doing, like today, I was raking the front yard. We had a rock bed, but in our infinite wisdom, we didn't realize you had to put the plastic down and then put the rocks on it. So all the grass grew back. So for a couple
and
years,
the rock sank into it.
yeah. So that's what we was doing earlier, raking that out. We're getting a
Well,
new
tell your
roof
mama I need the
now.
knife.
Yeah, we're getting a new roof. I end up last year. I hired a guy to cut my grass, so I bought a lawnmower this year. Been cutting the grass myself. Wow.
Oh shit.
That's
I think that's when I fucked Mike up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. Just doing stuff around the house.
That's what's up. What you been up to, Mike? What you been doing during COVID?
well, besides the day of training, last week I've been doing a lot of yard work. Jogging, trying to keep myself active, keep my knee going, mobile. So I jog
Angry
around the
What's wrong
block.
with you?
That's about it. I haven't really been gaming like I thought I would be.
Julian, give him his
Me
phone.
too.
So and I watch it. I don't even watch TV like I used to. I'm outside more. Besides when it's cold, but the last 2 days when it was warm, I was outside all day, drilling, cutting grass, taking a walk, taking a run.
That's what's up.
Trying to keep myself occupied. I don't want to try to stay in the house too much because I'm in the house enough as it is.
That's what's up. So,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, I actually finished the production class, um, and that was literally like a couple days ago. And I've started a scratch class because, like I said, I want to come out of this better than I went in. I've also started doing a little weight training, just
Word.
because before this started, I was going to the gym and I got down to 406 pounds, and obviously I've been able to keep up with that during COVID, but cause I'm not as active as I once was. But I've started weight training at the very least because when this is over, I want to make sure that I'm in the mental space to go back to the gym. So I'm doing like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm doing like bicep curls and hammer curls, and I just try to walk as much as I can. Other than that, I just work on my music. I'm trying to work on my DJ library and clean it out. And I want to stream DJ sets, but that's when the funk kind of hits me. Like, I'll be honest, I slept. Like, I woke up at 5 this morning, but then I went back to sleep around noon and slept till like 3:30.
So Justin, I gotta ask you this question.
Yeah.
When you said the funk hits you when you're doing the DJ set, does the funk break you down?
I've brought this up before. I do feel like I suffer from some form of mild depression.
Damn it, Justin. You completely missed that.
He did. He sure enough did. He sure enough did.
You missed the shit out of that one, dude.
No, what'd he say?
That was a reference. That was a reference to Death Squad, bruh. Red Man in there. Come on, man.
Oh, hey, my bad.
It just went over his head. It just went over his head with that.
It did.
He's serious.
Hey, look,
I'm in a serious mindset.
For Gryffindor, Anthony, 50 points for Slytherin.
Hey, listen, Franco. I thought when you asked him did the funk break him down, Justin was gonna be like,
Yeah, just start dancing and shit.
That's what I thought you were setting it up for. I thought he was gonna jump on it.
I thought so too. I thought Justin was gonna get in like,
right?
Get his boogie on.
Well, I missed that. My bad.
Sorry, Justin. I had to hit you with the joke there.
It's all good.
That's what I do.
I needed that.
While I'm sitting here getting ready to cook these steak burgers.
Hey, Franco.
I want one.
You gonna be on the grill?
I'm already on the grill.
GG said he coming outside.
Hell yeah, he about
When the weather's nice, I try to be outside as much as possible.
Hey, Franco.
Hey.
Listen, all I want to say, I don't appreciate you trying to trash talk me, all right? So, this is all I'm going to say, all right? Since you like talking. You listening?
I'm listening.
Since you like talking, like I do that too. I want you to watch my video, and I want you to do everything I did in my video. And you let me know.
Okay.
All right?
I could do everything you did in your video.
All right, watch my video. And
Mikey.
All right?
Mikey. No.
No. All right, so I tell you what, Anthony, I accept the challenge, right?
Okay.
If I accept the challenge, I'm gonna watch what you do everything you do in your video, and then I'm gonna challenge you to find a way to move the equivalent of the weights and do the type of work that I do in the course of a day.
All right, listen.
You got weights. You got weights and stuff at the crib, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's gonna be a lot of reps.
I'm gonna need you to stack up about like 75 pounds
Okay.
about every 3 minutes, right? And I'm gonna need you to stand stationary
Okay.
and turn right to left, picking that up and putting it down from a ground position to an elevated position. Then I want you to put it back, and then I want you to wait about 5 minutes, run around your house, then go back and do the same thing again. And I want you to do that for 2.5 hours straight. Then you can take a half an hour break. Then I want you to start doing that again for another 2.5 hours. Then you can take a half an hour break. And then I want you to double that weight and do it consistently for the next 4 hours.
All right. So hold up. Wait. Are you gonna give me one of them things for my back? One of them deals for my back?
You gonna need one, I
use
promise
those.
you.
You don't use those?
Yeah, that's the funny part. I don't use them.
Yo, you're insane. Well, that's how I feel. That's how y'all feel when I said I don't stretch. Like what? You don't. That gotta be bad for your back, right?
If you don't lift right, yeah.
Yeah, because like especially the bending down part.
But see, I'm old, right? So I try to do all the safety shit, bro. I bend at the knees.
Right. Yeah, make sure you you squatting properly. Listen,
Yeah.
Franco.
You know what the funny part is? The scariest part about my job, right? What I do is I outwork all the people I hate to say this, that are half my age now.
Right.
I believe
like,
it.
I run circles around these dudes.
Because they probably trying to find ways to cut corners, and you're just trying to get it done.
And I've been trying to teach them. I said, listen, you work harder trying not to work. You work way harder trying not to work than you do actually work.
Yeah.
Right.
And they don't realize it until they've been there 3-4 months and they on the hot seat. They can't figure out why the manager's coming at them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm consistently moving more stuff than they are, on top of loading all the trucks and all that crazy shit.
Well, listen, Franco, if you do everything in my video, I'll definitely take a stab at trying to break my back doing what you do at work.
I mean, being that I weigh like 80 pounds more than you, we'll make it easy. I'll just come over, and if I do everything you do, I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna put you in the elevated backbreaker.
the breaking of the back.
We just gonna call it a day.
Fair enough. Well, I will put cash money that you're not gonna do everything I did in my video.
Put it on for me. I'll do it. That damn video away.
You said you gonna put cash money?
I will.
What's the bet? What is the bet?
Listen.
What is the cash money value? Say the cash money value in this fucking video. While everybody's on here. So later on you can't say I never
I'm
said
gonna
that.
do it better because I'm gonna clip it and download it onto my computer so that way when he says that shit, I'm gonna pop it right back up.
So listen, if Franco produce his own non-doctored video and do everything I do in my video, I'll give you $500.
What?
Yep.
That is live. That is fucking live.
You know what, Frank?
Mark it.
And I said this live.
That is live, ladies and gentlemen.
If he produce a non-doctored video and he do everything
That's
I
easy
do,
because I don't know how to do none of
I was
that
gonna
shit,
say you say that shit like he work in fucking production.
Hey Frank, I got you, dog. We're gonna do that Facebook Live. I'm gonna record you Facebook Live doing it.
Word up.
No, there be no edits, no jump cuts.
Shit, for $500, I'll bust a kneecap trying to do that shit.
Fuck. You go.
I'm watching it now. He's doing spin kick. I can do a spin kick.
I'll raise it and give you my
thank you for those.
My $600 that the government give me a week.
Oh yeah.
Every Monday, 8 a.m.
Yo, it's weird though. I don't even know. They don't really.
Hold on. Do you gotta do your little dance steps too?
Gotta do the little dance step too. Franco could dance.
I was gonna say the dance steps ain't the.
That ain't the hard part.
Kicks.
Well, that was just we was trying to be funny because I had to take like every time she was recording me and I was like, no, let me do that over. So she kept it rolling.
Well, I'll tell you this much: as far as dance steps go, they won't look like your dance steps, but I'll do some dance steps.
So,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that was Eugene.
That's Eugene.
Let us know he's still here.
His specialty.
What's next, Justin? What's
Well,
next on your list?
actually, we haven't asked
Your
Eugene. Eugene, what are you
stop.
doing right now during quarantine? It shouldn't take
Whole
long.
bunch of reading automotive magazines,
Oh, really?
literature. Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
That'll
because
Wait,
stimulate your mind.
Eugene, what did you say? You doing a whole bunch of ordering fast food?
no reading automotive stuff. Reading
Ordering
automotive.
fast food?
No,
Yeah.
reading automotive repair stuff.
Hey,
While
Eugene.
ordering takeout?
No, no.
Hey, Eugene. When that little Eugene, when that
Franco, how
little sensor
often does
went
the
out in your
Uber
car,
the
I
Uber
bet that's
Eats
when you
dude
start
show up to
reading
his
it, huh?
crib?
No, I knew what it was the second it happened.
Okay.
I just went across the street to Mighty for him to confirm it.
Oh, got you.
Like I don't been through almost every repair you can ever have in the car, so when something goes wrong, I damn near know what it is.
Got you.
So, I guess my question now is, what are we all doing after this is over? Because what does life look like after COVID? What does life look like after quarantine?
That's interesting, man.
Well,
We got. I guess it depends. So you saying
Getting social.
if it's fully lifted, like if quarantine's
Like,
fully
if
lifted?
we're good, because see, I'm the perfect example for that because being diabetic, being asthmatic, I don't feel safe leaving my house. Like, my job literally called me the other day and left me the option and said, hey, if you want to, you can come in every Thursday for like 20 minutes, start your bus, do a couple laps around the block, and then park it and be done. And I really thought about it. And she was saying, and when I called my manager to ask her about it, and she was like, yo, Justin, it's 100% optional. If you don't want to do it, we have people here that do want to do it. Just keep doing your Facebook meetings and you'll still get paid. And I was like, honestly, I'd rather stay home because this shit's fucked me up. I really, because people are dying. Black men are dying. Like, this shit affects black people exponentially. I don't want to
I
catch
think
that shit.
I think that's because a lot of black people ain't staying in the house.
It don't
nah,
help
you know
none.
what? Let me jump in on that right there. So there's this idea that it's affecting one race more exponentially than another, and so forth and so on. And
Right.
to a certain extent, there may be some truth to that. But, and this is where I hate to say this because I'm gonna sound like that chick that I hate, fucking Trump supporting shit.
Karen?
Right. Right.
You sound like a Karen?
This this is where you learn the difference between a black person and a nigga. I hate
Yep.
to use that word. So social distancing is there in place for a reason, but motherfuckers still want to have parties. Perfect example. Last night, 3 people got shot in South Trenton.
Oh my
Why?
god.
Because they're having a fucking party during the quarantine.
A house party with over 30 some odd people.
Yep.
One man was killed. 3 shot. One.
During the quarantine. During the quarantine.
What the fuck?
So if it's affecting black people more exponentially, maybe because those particular subspecies of black people
That's
are
a good
fucking
way.
idiots.
That's a very good way to put it,
Like,
Franco.
if
Subspecies
you go,
of black people. I like that.
like guaranteed right now, you go down the street right now about 2 blocks up, there's gonna be about maybe 15, 20 people just outside of a corner store for a year.
Still pass the blunts between each other.
See, that's why I just keep my fat ass in the house.
No, but yeah.
Fuck all that.
So I agree with that, man.
You know,
So
it's a shame to say it that way, but
no, but I feel you. I 100% feel you. I completely agree with you. And like for me personally, it's like I have pre-existing conditions. I'm asthmatic. I'm diabetic. I'd rather not take the risk. But for me personally, back to what Anthony was saying, yes, when we reach a point where they have a tested and working vaccine, I've had that vaccine, I can get back to life, and whatnot. Yeah, what are we doing after this? Like that's my question.
So
I'm going to travel. I'm gonna rent a car and go everywhere I can.
well, Mike's not going to take the vaccine, though. He's going to die.
Why was Mike an anti-vaxxer?
I'm surprised Mike ain't died already. So we got to clap for that. Let's clap for Mike real quick.
Word up.
Real. I was like, oh, my man done when this thing came around.
Don't tell me you're an anti-vaxxer, Mike. Please don't say that.
I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not getting no chip.
You ain't getting
Oh,
what?
so he
If that
wants.
chip,
Jesus.
So he wants the virus. Let's all make that clear now.
No. Let me clarify. He says he's not getting the chip. You know, the imaginary chip that all the goofballs on fucking Facebook are likening to, the
saying that
5G giving us the coronavirus
Yeah, that
and
people say that if you get the vaccine, the chip, that's pretty much they're gonna be giving you the chip at the same time.
give you a chip.
give you a
What
chip.
the fuck,
Saying,
Mike?
it has nothing to do with the
Oh
vaccine.
my,
I've been saying I'm
Mike.
against the chip way back when they was talking about putting chips in people back over in Sweden and stuff like that. When they was talking about putting phones and trying to have phones in your hand and all that, I was like, no, that's a little too much. I take my
All
regular
right, first of
phone.
all, when they start
They
putting
did.
phones and chips in people's hands, Anthony's going to be the first one to get it.
Yeah,
Yep.
he is. I believe it. I
I'm
believe
trying,
it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
and
start,
he's gonna be
I'm
trying to sell
start
that shit to
Skynet.
everybody.
Hey Franco,
Actually, Anthony G.
hey Franco, I'm trying to start Skynet.
There you go. I mean, look at it this way, man. Here's the crazy part. People cry over dumb shit like, oh, they going to chip us, they going to chip us. I hate to tell you this, but anything they could get from chipping you, they already got it, bro.
For real.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Fucking
my
internet,
cell
cell
phone.
phones, they sell our information right and left. Come on now. There's nothing that nobody doesn't
tell
know
you right
about
now.
you. Privacy is an
You don't
illusion.
believe
Let's
me?
be real.
If you don't believe me, right, open your phone up. You ain't got to be on it. Just open your phone and talk about some random shit that you want. And then go on Facebook.
You will see an ad right there for that
Yep,
shit.
facts.
Yo,
Go on
that has
Facebook.
happened to me a bunch of times. I was gonna make a video about it one time. Like for real. He is not lying.
I
Dude, I'm
cannot.
telling you.
I
Talk
can.
about some shit you might want and go on Facebook.
And my phone. Let me tell you something. My phone is blatant. I cannot.
We was talking about
I
Greek
cannot tell
mythology.
you. I cannot tell you how many times my phone has been sitting here, black screen. I don't say the activation command for any assistance or anything.
Yep.
Yeah, my shit'll pop right up. Like, what did you say? And I'm like, bitch, I ain't talking to you.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, Frank, a couple
Julie,
weeks ago, right? Now,
Go
Frank,
get me some water.
now a couple weeks ago, right? Me and Frank were sitting on his porch talking, shooting a breeze, right? We were talking about probably something wrestling related. Next thing now, opening my phone, there's an article related to it. What we were just talking about.
What we were talking about.
Even though I made no search for it, it was just there.
That specific one. Well, my favorite is you talking about some random shit and your phone will literally open up and be like, you said you were looking for. Like, bitch, I didn't ask you to open up.
Yep, exactly.
I ain't
Those
looking
are
for
search.
nothing.
So guess what? If they're gonna put a microchip in your body, at least they're direct about it this time, not gonna be
Well,
behind your back.
here's the thing. They're not.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, at least they upfront with it.
Well, again,
here's
Mike,
the thing. As far as
if they
getting.
were going to do a chip, so here's my thing. I don't have a problem with stuff I can't control, right? So if they said, "Hey, it's mandatory to get the vaccine," and by the way, it's mandatory to get this chip, I'm not arguing it. But if they're gonna do it without my knowledge, then it's more of a problem.
That's different.
So are you saying that if they tell you you have to get the chip, you'll be like, no, I'm not getting it, or are you saying that if they are trying to give it to you and not tell you?
I'm saying y'all better celebrate and bury me like a king in the Greeks for 12 days. Cause I ain't getting it.
All right.
Oh, either
All
way,
right. Hold
you're
up.
saying either way.
And please, pardon my ignorance. What the fuck is this chip that y'all's even talking about?
No, there's a rumor. There's a rumor that when you go to get the vaccine, if and when they have one, that they're gonna also try to insert like a chip into you. So like, you'll
they be the scanner to tell
They
you.
can track you and get your information and
see if you've been
Okay,
vaccinated.
first of all, I appreciate Anthony for starting that off with the word rumor. That's one. Number two, as far as tracking your information, Mike, you've already been bought and paid for.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much.
Mike,
Hey, Mike, want me to tell you a not secret? This is all jokes aside. You want to know a not secret? You know how Justin's comment you already bought and paid for is true?
Mm-hmm.
Call the police and tell them I'm going to kill myself right now. And then go pretend to commit suicide and let them stop you. You'll catch a charge. They'll arrest you and lock you up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are the property of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
Every citizen of the United States of America is theoretically property of the United States of America. That's why you cannot legally take your own life.
Yeah, and I'll say this: anybody who got a Gmail account, they know everything.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
They know it all,
And if
baby.
you got an
Everything.
Android phone, you got a Gmail account.
Exactly.
There you go. They got you.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So
But me personally,
Welcome to the future, Mike.
yeah.
yeah, right.
So fuck a
Me
chip. They're not gonna
personally,
waste money on chipping people. It's not necessary.
yeah. Me,
I am no, no.
me personally, if the quarantine was lifted, I just want to go to eat out to eat dinner and go to the movies. Like that's simple for me. Like that, one of me and my wife's favorite pastime was going to the movies and eating dinner. So that'd be like the first thing I would do if the quarantine was lifted.
Move
That's
down
what's
south.
up. What
Word
about
up.
you, Frank? What are you doing after this
Nope.
thing's over? I think we lost the Franco.
Because that's how it's gonna quarantine is gonna affect me.
No, we missed.
But
We missed what
after
you said.
it,
We missed all of that.
We missed what you said in the
Oh, my
beginning.
bad.
Start over. I'm sorry.
I was running away from smoke. I apologize.
It's all good.
The immediate reaction for me after quarantine is lifted is unfortunately I'll be working 12 to 14 hours a day
Damn.
No.
because I work in infrastructure. When they say okay, everything can go back to normal, everybody's building something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to supply that shit. So I'm fucked. But let's get past that part. Let's say go back to normal where I can ask you, son. I don't know. I'm not comfortable, right? Because I got small kids, right?
Right.
They could tell me, okay, we're cool. Here's the vaccine. Quarantine's lifted. I know the way pandemics work. We're in the first wave.
Right.
We're gonna get a second wave of this shit that could potentially be worse than the first wave.
No
Franco,
doubt.
we're saying hypothetically. Hypothetically, it's just what would be the
Hypothetically, everything's done. There's a vaccine.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have another baby.
As
Y'all laughing like that's a joke.
as surprised.
not
What's
really-
that? No. Hey, hear me out. As
Because
surprised.
it is a joke.
As surprised as I am to hear you say that, I'm not surprised that it actually happening with your extra super sperm ass. Like,
Right?
Nah, bro. That's. Let me clarify. That was a joke. That was a joke.
You don't even need to be
That's-
joking about that shit.
yeah, it's a joke until that shit happens.
Bro, I'm going on vacation.
Hey Franco, I told you many times. I give you the number to my urologist, man.
Yeah, right? Nah, but real shit, I'm probably gonna go on an actual real vacation.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what's up.
I've flown for the first time in my adult life when I went to work in Atlanta for a week, and
Okay.
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
So I want to take another flight. I want to take a cruise. So yeah, I'm gonna go on vacation.
That's cool.
That's what's up.
What I
Mike.
really want to do is go camping.
Oh yeah.
So, Mike, what are you doing after
You can
this?
believe that.
After quarantine, after you don't get the vaccine and you start here killing us all?
Oh, he's just gonna die.
May you die.
Oh shit!
Come back,
Come on,
man.
damn man, speak up.
He's eating something. Eugene, what are you doing after quarantine?
Most likely living in a bus. Everybody's gonna want to go somewhere.
Yeah, but
That is
but
true.
like
Right.
He's got a point.
hypothetically, if you get to do something you want to do.
Something I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Canada, but not in the winter.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Idiot went to Canada in the winter.
You know why I went there in the winter?
Hey,
That's like going to Antarctica in the winter,
for real.
Right.
or like the Mojave Desert in the summer.
Exactly.
It was an experience.
What about
It's
you?
like a double negative.
Hey, Kim, what are you doing after quarantine's over?
I'm going to Jersey.
Nice.
Yeah.
I look forward to that.
You
Yeah,
going
the
to
best,
Jersey Mike's.
the best answer. I said you had
Hey,
the
Will,
best
go
answer.
get the barbecue sauce.
Like I'm supposed, like literally in less than a month, I was supposed to be there. I need this shit to hurry up and get over so I can come home.
Not for nothing. My 5th year anniversary is June 14th, and we're planning on doing it big this year and like fly somewhere. But
You ain't
Wait a
going
minute,
nowhere.
June 14th.
Yeah.
Isn't it June 14th like Juneteenth?
No, I
Yes.
thought
I
that
mean
was
Juneteenth.
yeah, I thought that was either 16th or 19th, but I could be
I thought
wrong.
that
I
was
thought it was
19.
I thought it was
Juneteenth
the
is 19.
14th.
I thought it,
Hold
That
up.
was the
What is
14th.
what is
Flag Day.
Juneteenth? What is
Juneteenth is 19th.
yeah, I thought it was the 19th.
Oh, okay.
no? What is that though? What is Juneteenth?
It's
Right there.
the day
It's like
we are
Black People
theoretically
Independence Day.
was
Yeah.
yes, it's Black Independence Day, the day we were theoretically granted independence.
Yo,
It
I
is the
swear,
19th.
I swear I don't have a black card, yo. Like I'm
You,
like, what?
I have your black card, Anthony,
Listen,
because I knew what the fuck that was.
yeah,
Poor Anthony.
yeah.
Yeah, Juneteenth, Friday, June 19th.
It's
June.
in the bag in the living room.
So, me personally, I just want to get back on track. I had shit planned for this summer. I was planning on getting bariatric surgery this summer and getting my physical self together. So
It's on the top rack right now.
Hey,
when all this is over, that's the goal to get back on track. Like I've already spoke to my doctors and whatnot. Actually, Murphy put apparently Murphy put out an email or someone put out an article saying that Murphy was going to allow elective surgeries
Huh?
within like the next week or two.
Couple of them right now. That's why I need the
So
barbecue
I
sauce.
might
One of
I'm
them
still,
telling
I can't find it. It's right in the living
if
room.
you
Bag.
can
It's
get it now, it would be best because you ain't even got to worry about not missing work because you already out of
Are
work.
you looking at it?
well, I
It's
was
in the
getting
bag in the
planning on
living
getting
room.
it done during the summer anyway. But yeah, if I can get it now, that'd be good. But I
hey,
still,
hey, Justin.
what
Talk
up?
about how relevant you not being able to do nothing. You were supposed to do a wedding yesterday. You would have done a wedding yesterday.
That's matter of fact. Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. That's right. Ross had me
Yeah,
doing a wedding yesterday.
yeah,
You're right.
that's crazy.
I was supposed to be doing a wedding yesterday. I was supposed to. Matter of fact, I haven't heard from OLS yet, but they got two events that look like aren't happening. We had the color run and
The eighth
the
grade
eighth grade
dance.
dance,
Yeah,
and that's probably
Yeah,
a
that shit
bust.
ain't happening.
hell
But
no. That's what I said.
yeah, I want to get back to DJing. I want to get back to being out amongst the people, making people dance and make some music and having a good time. I want to get back to that.
And Justin, you know what the sad thing is? The thing you want to do is one of the things that would destroy social distance.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yep,
like, like to have
definitely would.
people dancing with other people. It's like,
And I totally
no.
understand that, and I totally do fathom the impact that that has. You know, I can't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is what I do, my own business, what I do, I can't do
Right.
because of COVID. It directly affects that, so it really sucks.
Right. Like even guys, y'all remember I did kettle corn. So I was talking to somebody that I met in kettle
Maybe, I
corn,
don't know.
and he does all that. He was like, dude, think about it. Even
Let me see.
if they was able to do it limited, right? It wouldn't even be worth
Yeah.
it because those businesses need a super crowd in order to even make money. So it wouldn't even they couldn't even like what if they say, hey, you could do state fairs, but we're gonna only do 50% capacity. The people who will work the fairs wouldn't make any money. They were like, we won't
Right.
make
Not even worth them opening up and running it.
That's
right.
why
Yeah,
even now
exactly.
that our state is open and it's only supposed to be at 25% capacity, most of the
Right.
places still aren't opening because
Right,
it's not
yeah,
worth
'cause
it.
they would
Because
lose money.
it's not worth them opening.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
lose more money than you'll make.
They just had a huge article about it, and it caught my eye because I used to work for the company. But Ross, aka the mom company for Dee the store I used to go out and open all the new stores for, they
Uh,
were just put out this big thing. The way they do markdowns is however long the product's been sitting in the store, it gets marked down. And because they go through so many things and everything
Huh.
has its own little UPC and
Yeah,
SKU and stuff like
those
that,
iced teas.
they're not going to go in and just reprice everything. So before they open, everybody is going to have to go through these entire stores and do the markdowns. And basically, since they haven't had any traffic for 3 months, everything's going to be like
You put butter and
99
stuff
fucking
inside this?
cents because of the way the markdowns go. So they're not
Okay.
only now they're debating whether to just go ahead and do that or just get rid of all of that clothing and just start all over again. I'm like, fucking mark it down and go. Just cut your
Make it down.
losses and
You can
fucking do
still
what you got to do.
make a little profit
yeah,
off it if you mark it down instead of just getting rid of it.
Yeah,
You can at least
exactly.
get some of your margin back.
But yeah, stores are going to go. Everything's about to be on sale. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if you've got a big
Oh
purchase
yeah.
you need, go ahead and wait just a little bit longer and then get it done.
Facts.
yeah. Well, yeah, like I was telling you guys, we're getting our roof done. So that was something we didn't fully need, but we needed some of it done, and it's like,
Yeah,
So yeah,
I remember
like I
having a
said, bump it.
conversation
We
with you about
do
that.
it.
I will say the roof is kind of something you just go ahead and do the whole thing. You don't want to just be doing
right.
like this little square.
Yeah, that's
Well, we
true.
only really needed to do the fascia and the soffit and the gutters, which is just the front bottom roof. But it ended up working where we had a guy come out and contacted our insurance, and we're gonna be getting the whole thing. So
Oh, that's hot. That's
might as
what's
well
up.
do it now, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, it's perfect time, and you're giving those people work, which is much
That's
needed.
right. Yeah.
So,
But this is another part of this whole COVID thing right now that's a little worrying me because, unlike you, I live in the middle of Tornado Alley.
Oh,
So, and it's storm season right now. We've already had a couple tornado warnings, and yeah, granted, I live in the city, and there's not a lot of traffic. But a couple years ago, like a tornado went straight down the highway, literally 2.5 blocks from my house.
oh shit.
Hey, listen,
So,
Kim. I live in Trenton, right?
yeah, I know.
And we randomly have a baby volcano that will fuck shit up. That being said,
You said a baby
why would
volcano.
people live in an alleyway that tornadoes ride there?
I don't know.
What the
This
fuck?
is just
Like
where
y'all not
they're.
even on a volcano. Y'all not even on a tornado highway. Y'all in the
No,
tornado alley.
alleyway.
that's just what
Those
they
are
call
closed in space,
because
close
white
contact with the
people
tornado.
are dumb. White people make dumb decisions. It's okay. My insurance will cover it. But like, if some shit comes through here and blows through here, like, pew, house gone. Like,
Y'all hit.
we hit. We
Yeah.
don't
Who
got
gonna build
places
it?
to go. Like, you can't, go stay with people or do that because of all the stuff of the social distancing.
Cause,
Try
cause,
getting a
'cause
hold
all
of
they
your.
shit broke too.
All they shit broke too. Try get a hold. The insurance companies don't have anybody in office right now because everybody's working from home. Like, the response time is going to be terrible.
Facts.
You know what's
I
really
Insurance companies
mean,
cool?
like you, we would come out, but so said,
we would come out and look at your house that got destroyed by a tornado, but somebody might cough on us and we might catch,
Hey,
COVID.
Kim, you know what's funny? Is the guy, right? I asked him about my roof. I said, how long will it take? He said, the longest thing is going to be your insurance company sending you a check, you sign the check and have to send it to your mortgage company for them to sign it and send it back. So I'm like, damn. Like, he was like, that's what's
And
going to take the
that
longest.
already takes a lot of time to begin with.
Right.
But let alone now when nobody's actually in the office because everybody's working remotely. Because most insurance companies, yes, they are essential, but they're not going to be sitting in an office building. They've got them
Right.
at home with a laptop,
right.
Yeah,
handling claims and stuff
they
like that.
literally sent my girlfriend's
Give
computer
me a
home
plate.
with her so she could work from
Exactly.
What's
home.
the plate?
My sister, she works the same thing, but the thing is like this is as simple as that. She works for Anderson Merchandising, which is now taking over like the remodeling of Walmart. So you know how many people they go in and hire to remodel a Walmart. That's a lot of effing people. Just for them to get their little badge that has their name and stuff on it, they got to get printed at her home office. They got to get those and a card sent to the boss of whoever's the boss of that area for them to sign it and okay it. Then they got to get sent back to the home office so they can approve them, make sure everything's up to par, and then she can send them out with their lanyards. So that's
Damn.
like just because nobody's in the
A
same central
fucking
spot anymore.
process. Jesus
You know what I
Christ.
mean? It's just because everybody's so far away from each other and they're not in the same building, you have to wait for, here, there, and everywhere to connect. So everything's going to
Something
take 100 times longer no
something
matter
that would
what.
normally take half an hour to do just
Yeah.
becomes a week
Well, I
process.
could usually just go down the street to the next office. Can you sign this? Okay, thanks. Now you
Yes,
got to wait 2.5 weeks. You know,
that's crazy. It's a tough time again. I'm looking forward to when it's over. I
yeah.
try to stay positive. I'm trying to look forward to when it's over, to when I can lose this weight, to when I can go back DJing, to when I can start
I just want to take my
living
nieces
life
to the
again.
park again because I want to see their little happy faces playing on the damn playground.
Feel that.
Because Abby's already getting to the point where she's starting to walk.
That is why I
Little
need to
punk.
like have space.
Well, I don't know if y'all noticed because y'all guys, well, everybody but Kim is in New Jersey, but the
The black
governor
table
actually,
not big enough for me to put the stuff on it while I'm cooking and put stuff on it.
granted Del
Huh?
City Drive-In, uh, they approved them, so
Cause I
the
don't have anything
drive-in
to
is
put it in.
opening this Friday. So
That's good though.
Say it
depending on what
again.
movie they
Yeah,
have,
what's open on Friday?
we might go.
The drive-in's opening.
Yeah, the one. Well, it's only one drive-in in New Jersey. It's called Del City Drive-In, but they got approved to reopen this Friday. So
Oh, fucking finally.
There's
So
three
we go,
burgers left.
so we can go to the movies again.
I was gonna
Somewhat.
start the.
Hey, I mean, at the very
Thought-
Yeah,
least,
if you don't mind
as
driving,
long as you
you know,
stay in
what's
your
going on?
an
car.
hour away.
Where is it at?
Well, that's the
Like, what
driving
city is it
car.
in?
Well,
It's in
no,
Vineland,
exactly. That's what I'm
dude.
saying. I mean, you staying in your car, so for
Yeah,
all intents and
so-
purposes,
so-
you should be good.
You talking about Delcy's,
You were
right?
using the ball.
Yeah.
I was gonna use.
On Route 55. Yeah, I've been there. Shit.
Yeah.
You talking about the big silver bowl?
Yeah, that's my spot.
I watched one of the big
Yeah,
silver
that
bowls.
place is gonna
I
be
thought you were
so
gonna use it.
effing packed.
Well, no. They can't. So here's the thing. They usually have on screen one, they have 300 cars. They're only doing 200 cars. And on screen two, they're only allowing 100 cars. So from the door, you're going to have to pay in advance. And when it's sold out, it's sold out. Like if you try to go to the movie theater and see it sold out. So it's not going to be as packed. They're limiting it. And then you're going to be able to order your food. You're going to be able to call the concession and order your food, and then you're gonna be able to walk up when they tell you it's done. So they already have a lot set in place. Yeah, they wanted to open back in March, but the governor wouldn't let them. So they've been ready, but they was saying that if they didn't open by Memorial Day, they won't make enough money in order to even stay in business anymore. So
Oh,
the
wow.
governor,
There's been a lot of businesses here that have closed. Like one of the biggest clubs that has been around for like 30 something years here in Dallas, the
Mhm.
Lizard Lounge, they've shut the doors completely. They're never going to open again.
wow.
And that's like, there's a lot of history in that place. Like, granted, it wasn't like the kind of club that we would have probably gone to because it was more about like live bands and stuff like that and rock shows and stuff.
Right.
Occasionally, other artists would come through there, but it's a huge part of musical history in this area, and it's never going to open its doors again.
That's
Ever.
sad.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's sad.
That's another side. Like I know a lot of small businesses are going to run, but that business has been around for, I think it's 29 years. It was about to have its 30-year anniversary. A long time, and for something that's been around for that long to just be have to shut its doors forever because of something like this it's sad. You know, that's like literally.
What's crazy about that is it makes you wonder how something that's been around for 30 years wouldn't have something in place so that they could weather this storm versus some of these smaller businesses that are weathering the storm.
I think
know?
maybe it's because such a. They were like, "Oh, we're good because we have whatever." They probably took it for granted, basically.
Yeah,
Right.
and they had.
Like,
and
I'll give
because
you a
they had
perfect
bands-
example. Pizza City right now,
Mhm.
they've been giving out free pizza Monday through Friday between 11 and 12.
Oh shit.
A pizza and a soda, a large soda to a person, an adult,
That's cool.
just straight up. And then, you would think like you got to buy something to order to qualify for it. You could literally just go to get the free pizza and soda and bell.
Damn. Hey, fuck it.
And that's a place that's been around for a long time, but it's one place. And, in my mind, it definitely doesn't make as much money as a club would make.
Right.
Right.
But somehow they position themselves to weather the storm and also give back to the community. So
And they possibly
makes you wonder.
they probably could have got approved for some of those those business loans too.
Like the PPP.
well, they've been doing this since before that went through.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like
You know what I'm saying?
even the bigger places, like okay, a lot of the places around here, they have a lot of those like Chuck E. Cheese type places around here, and they have
Right.
and like big places with bowling alleys and all that. And they've been basically instead, since you can't come in and play the games, they're like, all right, here's a package deal. We'll sell you 2 pizzas, some chicken wings. And something, and then if you have a kid, you can add a toy or something from that you used to be able to get from the tickets from playing the games in there for the kids, so that at least they have something. They're coming up with these package deals that they didn't do before, just to try to keep some kind of business going and keep something going.
Smart.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Here's what some people aren't talking about is what I think is going to be crazy. So if a year ago you said, "Hey, Aunt, what if a year from now you could just kind of chill out and don't go to work?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, I go on vacation." Like, no, you can't go on vacation, but you had to stay at home. I'm like, hell yeah, who doesn't want to take a break, right? If you told me that. But guarantee some people people are saying how crazy it is. We can't wait to work again. You know, the crazy thing is so many people are going to go back to work and be wishing they still was sitting home. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna go-
Yeah, because it's a mentality thing. They've been so used
Right.
to doing it, and then they haven't. It's time to go back, and it's just like I wish I
Because
could go back.
let's be honest. On a regular day, most people say, "I hate my job. I wish I was home. I need a
You-
vacation." But now I want to go to work. That's why I told myself, dude, you need to shut up and start sucking it up. Just play more video games, chill at home, because when you start working again, you ain't getting that opportunity again unless this happens again.
Nope.
Not at all.
No, there's definitely
You know,
truth to
disclaimer, I
that.
don't think we're gonna close down when the next wave comes. I think they're gonna push through it.
I agree.
People are gonna get really fucking sick.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why it's gonna happen is because they're so focused on getting people back to work right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I understand, like, you gotta think people need to make money, the economy and stuff like that. But you gotta be smart about it, man. There's some shit that needs to open and some shit that don't.
No, that's true.
Well,
And then on top of that, it also comes down to the people doing the right thing. Like Walmart's the perfect example. So Walmart's considered essential because they sell food, they sell essentials you need to live, like toilet paper, all that different stuff, right? So they have a limited capacity during any given time, and you're supposed to go there and get essentials, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to Walmart right now, there's like 100 motherfuckers in there buying like
TVs.
And hey, I think I'm gonna buy this pair of socks because they've got Smurfs on it, and they're crowding into the store for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not for essential shit. Not like it's one thing if you shit. It's one thing if you dead like you need some socks, right? All right, I go get these socks, get in, get out. Nah, you go in there because you're on quarantine, and you're like, well, you know what? Can't go nowhere. I'm gonna just go to Walmart.
Yeah, people just want to get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's why this shit is gonna backfire.
Because people are idiots.
Well, I'll say this. At least the cool thing with Walmart is they put the little stickers on the ground where you gotta be where if you're in line, you're
Don't no
supposed to
one
be
pay
standing
attention to
here.
that shit.
They
Yeah, but they can't enforce it. People are dumb and don't listen.
Yeah.
You know, they had a law here where if you went out in public into a store, you were supposed to have some kind of face covering. They didn't
Racial protection, yeah.
They didn't specify what it had to be. You just had to cover your nose and mouth, right? You could have put your T-shirt over it for all they care. There's idiots walking around with their mask like this is down here.
My favorite is I got a mask on, but I'm gonna wear it under my chin.
Yeah.
Like here, like you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm like holding it like here. They're on their forehead trying to make it look cute and hold their hair back. I'm like that does not help you.
Well, you know what? That's the business fault for allowing them to go.
This is the thing. They've had a lot of ignorant idiot people here who are literally getting into fist fights and pulling guns and doing dumb shit.
Oh yeah, people been
here
shot.
in Texas specifically when they try to enforce stuff like that. And then again, it becomes a thing of okay, that's great. Let the idiot be. Yeah, he might infect a few people, but if you push him, he might have a gun and kill a few people.
Was it a Dollar Tree that someone got shot and killed because they tried to enforce that?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, Detroit.
What happened, right? The security guard asked the mother to have their kid put a mask on. They got mad.
Incorrect.
I'm reading the shit right now, but yeah, I'm incorrect.
Oh, so they changing the story now because the lady got in an argument with the security guard because he told them they had to have masks on.
Yeah.
She went off, started cussing out. It wasn't just about the kid; it was about her and the kid that were there.
Yeah, her husband and son came back.
She was on some old "fuck you," I ain't got to do nothing, blah blah blah, and he told her she can't come in. She bounced, went home. Her husband and son show up. The husband starts arguing with her, with the security guard. The son shoots the security guard in the fucking head.
That's the story I read. That's how I saw it.
It's dumb.
It had nothing to do with he specifically told that she had to put a mask on the kid. It had to do with him trying to enforce you must wear a mask to come in the store. She wasn't wearing a mask either, and she said I ain't doing shit, and he said, well, you ain't coming in.
If you
go ahead, Kel.
Stop bringing your kids to the damn store if you don't have to. You guys, I'm tired of seeing a whole fucking family. Like if I go anywhere, I'm tired of seeing mama, daddy, and 30 kids running behind each other at a damn store. Leave somebody home with the kids. Go to the grocery store. Get what the fuck you need. You don't need to bring the kids in the store. If you have to bring them all, keep their asses in the car while somebody goes in the store and one of the adults stay in the car with the thing. Not everybody and their mama has to go into the store with you.
Yeah, speaking of leaving your kids in the car, right? A couple of days ago, I went to the Walmart out in Princeton.
Oh,
So, so as I'm getting ready, as I'm getting in my car, I know there's this kid in the back seat, right? He had to be no more like 2 or 3 years old, by himself, no parent in sight.
Oh my god.
So, and there's other people just walking by the car like it's not my problem. Like, did the child in his car by himself, windows up, the sun's outside. So I called the police. Fuck it, call me a snitch.
if it comes to a
That's
kid,
what
I'd
you're
call
supposed
the
to do,
police
though.
too.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Hell,
Morally and legally in
Yeah.
New Jersey, that's what you're
le-
supposed to do.
legally in Texas, you can bust their windows out the car if it's a kid or an animal, even.
Oh wow.
How about this? Legally in New Jersey, if you don't say anything and somebody else does, and they notice that you saw it too, and they say, "Well, he was right here and he didn't say anything," you could be charged with child endangerment as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that whole snitching thing is just dumb. But you know,
Yeah,
people
don't
will
even
be
say
like,
that shit.
Look, hey yo,
you know,
there's somebody walking down the street right now with a mask down about his chin.
Yep.
Like what?
Well, I mean, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about that, though. She's fine.
He's-
There's nobody with her. Nobody
There's
around her.
nobody
She's
with
not in a
around.
crowded place.
That's different.
Yeah,
I'm
like
talking about
it's
people
like
literally
it's
walking through
some
Walmart
people
with the thing around their freaking neck like it's gonna do something.
yeah, if I'm driving around in my truck, I don't put the mask on, but if I'm going
No.
to like a Wendy's, I'll put that shit up before
Right.
I get to the drive-through.
You're not supposed to wear it in your car by yourself. You're supposed to wear it when you're around.
When you come face to face with other people, that's when you.
Yeah.
right. You know what's funny, man? I've always loved Halloween, and this is so ironic because now everybody get to dress up every day.
Yeah, like I'm sitting here thinking, like I remember back in the day where you couldn't go anywhere with anything covering your face, and it was
Right?
because they were scared they wouldn't be able to recognize you if you did some dumb shit. Now
Oh,
everybody got their
Yep.
face covered.
don't get it twisted. It
You're
still
like, why
ain't
you ain't
safe
got no
for a black
mask
man
on?
in America.
Yeah.
Listen,
Don't
I-
get it
I-
Now,
twisted.
they say, "Hey, what, boy?"
I can't say anything about being a black man in America.
It is still not safe to be a black man in America wearing a mask.
No, once the pandemic go, don't go outside with no mask on your face.
Yeah, we get a pass right now. We getting a fucking pass
Because
right now.
right now, I guarantee you, this shit be over. I could go outside with one and be like, "Look, I've got conditions. I've got a suppressed immune system. You know, I'm scared. There's shit still out here, and I could be fine walking down the damn street. Like, when do y'all do it? Is somebody gonna
Nah, I
freaking
couldn't
bust
do
you
that
in your
shit.
head?
I ain't gonna walk into my
I'm
local
telling
Wells
y'all right now,
Fargo.
when
I'm not gonna
everybody
walk
goes back
into
to work,
my local Wells Fargo with a face covering after the pandemic is quote unquote over. Talk about I'm diabetic and asthmatic. I still don't feel safe, so I'm gonna wear a mask. They're gonna be like, nah, Neff.
I'm telling y'all right now, I will still be wearing a mask all over the next year.
Oh yeah.
If they say it's over or not.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I can see
ain't nobody
myself
gonna
doing
tell
the
me
same.
I can't wear the mask. Anybody going to tell me I can't wear the mask? And I honestly feel like I'm gonna be in no more danger than I would have been not wearing a mask. And here's why. As a black man in America, here's why. I don't do dumb shit to draw attention to myself.
True.
I don't go to a predominantly white neighborhood with my pants hanging around my waist, hanging around my ass, my music blasted, my hair in kickapoo knot twist, for absolutely no reason. And when somebody walks up to me, well, not somebody, when a police officer walks up to me and says, "Hey, license and registration," I don't flip the fuck out and say, "I know my rights. I know my rights." So, you know, if that's the wave you on and they shoot your ass in the face, well,
Yeah.
maybe in that moment you getting shot in the face, you'll think back to maybe I could have started this interaction a little different.
Facts.
That's deep because we was talking about that. I was talking to my son and his friend about that, and my son friend, he was more like, "Nah, that's messed up." I was like, "Yo, you just gotta know how to act." I said, "It's more messed up when you get shot and killed. You listen. I'd rather just let's get it over quick." I even brought the story of me and Justin. I said, "Listen, if you really ain't do nothing wrong, guess what? You go to court." I said, "Me and Justin, parking lot pimping.
Yep.
White girl walk up. I get out the car, give her a hug. Cops pull up. Oh, you're blasting your car." I was like, "Yo, first of all, my speakers was stopped, so you couldn't. It wasn't even that loud." And Craig was in the parking lot blasting his loudspeakers. My man gave me a noise ordinance thing. You know what me and Justin did? We went to court, and guess what? Cops never showed up.
Yep.
Like,
To make
people
it
always
so bad,
worry about-
to make it so bad, after we dealt with the cops for like that almost 30 minutes,
Yeah.
because they ran his shit for literally 30 minutes, we were like,
Which they really wasn't running shit for 30 minutes.
nah.
Right.
Gave
They
him the
ran it and
ticket.
decided to be assholes and make you sit there.
They were so much assholes that two more cops pulled up after the fact and were like, what happened? When we
It
told
was
them,
state-
those
it was
cops
state
said, what
trooper.
is this, the Jersey Shore? Like, they were
Yeah,
like,
it
what the fuck?
Yeah, it was like state troopers pulled up.
They were like, what the fuck? Like, why are they holding y'all?
And of course, they didn't show up to court
Nope.
because it was BS.
Because they
But I
had no
feel like
reason to.
The judge looked
people
at
in
that
the
shit
whole
like,
I know
what?
my rights, I know my rights. If you really know your rights, then you'll win in court.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was
You really
stupid as
know your
hell.
rights when they say license and registration, give them your license.
Still a fun night, though.
And he was all. Am I breaking up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. You know why? Because I lost my phone. There it is. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
You can hear you. You frozen in time on the video though.
Well, his phone's laying flat on something. It's
I'm
pointing
nowhere
straight
near,
at the
even
sky.
near my phone. I mean, my phone screen's off at this point. But I legit sat my phone down and walked away. But give you an example. This kid at my job is all on that shit, like, oh, the Moorish Nation and blah, blah, blah. So he was explaining to me on break one day how he's a Moor. He's got his card showing that he's a member of the Moorish Nation.
Oh, my
and therefore, he doesn't have to answer to the laws of the United States. So forth and so on. He goes into the whole explanation. And he's breaking it down, and I'm shaking my head. And when he got done, I said, hey, I just got 2 questions for you. He says, yeah. I said, do you have a birth certificate and a social security card? He goes, yeah. I said, then you ain't a member of no more state, brother. You a member of the United States of America.
Mm.
And he literally could not argue that. He tried to argue and give me all that information. I said, but you legit have a birth certificate and a social security card, which was presented to you by the state that you were born in and given credence by the federal government of the United States of America.
Because this is America.
You do have to
Don't catch
answer
you
to these
slipping now.
laws, bro.
Don't catch you slipping now.
What's the more
This
state?
is America.
I'm gonna be right back.
What is
So
what
the
is
Moorish thing is this thing among black people who it started these shifty motherfuckers, right?
Yes.
They always got a way out of some shit. They don't have to pay this. They don't get car insurance. They don't do this. They don't do that. And they convince you to do it too, right? And somehow you end up giving them money to get your card and all this different stuff. They get pulled over by the cops, and the cops look at you like, bitch, you going to jail.
Mm.
That's basically a scam, I'm guessing, huh?
Yeah, it's like
you see them around, and it's funny because the dudes that usually are like swearing by it, you look at them and you're like, yo, this dude was just on the block selling coke. And most of them, they start the shit up when they're in prison.
Sounds about right.
So it's like, oh, I'm a Muslim or I'm a member of the Moorish Nation.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Now, I have a question for you.
So
That
it's one of
wouldn't
those type of
happen.
things.
That wouldn't happen to have anything else to do with those black Israelites, would it?
Yep, same people.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So I know what the
Oh,
black
my
Israelites
God.
are. I never heard of the Morris thing.
Same people. They switched the name up a little bit, but it's the same people.
Great,
Wow.
great.
Because you know, they're the black Israelites. They don't have to answer to the laws of the United States.
Okay, they don't live in the United States then.
Right? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you know that's weird, right? So you want to live somewhere that you don't want to follow the laws. So why you want to live here?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's like those
Put it this way: if they went to
right and cried that they live here. Go back home.
look, if they went to Russia and did that shit, they would be in a Russian prison in a heartbeat,
Oh yeah, to be in a gulag instantly.
instantly, without question,
Yep.
with probably no chance of getting out. Getting murdered by Russian tattoo artists.
No chance in
shit.
hell. You got.
Speaking of no chance
Straight
in
up.
hell, I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about wrestling this week before we get out of here.
Well, hold up. My only problem is I didn't watch SmackDown yet.
What? Well, you saw Raw though, right?
I did see Raw.
Okay, well, the Raw's really what I want to talk about. Because I just want to give a hearty congratulations.
Hold on, wait. What did Franco say? Let's just make sure. What did you say, Franco?
I didn't say anything. Y'all can talk about whatever the fuck y'all want. I'm
that was
almost
me.
completely checked. I'm almost completely checked out on the weekly shows at this point. The only thing I try to watch is NXT on a regular basis. I try to watch all the pay-per-views, and I'm catching up on AEW
Okay.
because at some point I would like to get my full opinion on AEW, and people are gonna.
So
I actually have my full opinion on AEW already.
So do you know about Becky then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, I just want to give a wholehearted congratulations to Becky Lynch, soon to be mother. Congratulations to her.
She's the father.
What? She's the
boy-
father.
Yeah, I saw that meme. That meme was hilarious.
Wait. What happened? What did I come back to? Shit.
We're talking a little bit about wrestling, just because some
Oh.
important shit happened this week.
She said, oh.
She said, oh. What?
My boy
Becky Lynch.
CrossFit Genius.
Becky Lynch is pregnant. So
Look, everybody fixed to be pregnant with everybody stuck up in the house, ain't got nothing to do.
Shit, she did that while they was still wrestling.
Yeah.
Right. Backstage action.
So congratulations to her. That's all I really want to talk about.
Hopefully,
I like
Gene
how.
Snitsky don't show up and punt the baby.
Oh shit!
It's not
Damn.
It's not my fault.
Damn. They recently did. It was funny actually. They do this thing. Was it on the bump? On a YouTube? It was on something. But they recently had an interview with him. It was kind of like a "Where Are They Now" type thing, and they was talking about him. Cool ass dude. And they was talking about the whole "it's not my fault" and how people will still come up to him and say that shit.
My man got shredded.
He's actually like a really laid back, funny dude too.
He really is. It's hilarious. So they was talking about how they didn't really know where to put him or what to do with him at first, and then that whole thing happened with him and Lita and Kane and shit.
Well, since we're talking about WWE, they released another talent this week.
Fucking Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak.
Man.
Yes. And
here's the thing. Before you say anything, I'm going to correct you, Eugene. They did not release Drew Gulak.
His contract expired, I know, but they showed not to be new.
Drew Gulak contract expired. So if you're going to report it correctly because they've already all put out corrections.
Oh, well, okay. I haven't seen the corrections. I saw that they released them. I hadn't seen the corrections, but I feel like. I also
real quick was like, oh, Drew Gulak was released. But it's actually his contract had expired, and I believe negotiated on, but I think just I need a break.
Pick up your phone, Franco.
For now.
What?
I want to say Drew was just kind of like he was ready to get released. He just wanted his contract to be up and maybe take a break and then explore some other options.
Yeah, the way I understand it, WWE is just giving people the options. They're not really fighting with people right now. They're telling people that if you want your release or if you want your contract to run out, we're good with you. We hold no hard feelings against you, and they're letting people leave if they want to.
Certain people. There's certain people who ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I'm 100% sure you are correct.
let Roman go in and say, I want to release. Nah, dude, we pay you $5 million a year now. Okay, I'll say.
Like we own you, motherfucker.
You know what's going to happen if Roman go in there and say he want to release? Vince going to be like, remember that time you left the battle leukemia and we paid you the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you still owe us that time.
You're like, yeah, you still owe us 6 months.
Yep, that's when the business come into play for real.
Well, yeah,
Franco, he's gonna be like, remember that time we had WrestleMania coming up, and remember that time you decided that you wanted to not stay because you didn't feel good because you're gonna bring a ball in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Put it in the freezer. Yeah, all that shit gonna come into play.
Who's been watching the
They need all that Roman Reigns money.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So, I mean, I guess I blurted out a little bit. So, here's my quick take on the AEW since we are talking right. I gave it enough time to breathe.
Okay.
And my official opinion on it, notwithstanding, because I really like a few of the people that are there right now. Specifically, Luchasaurus. Love that guy.
Luchasaurus.
Actually, I like him, and I actually really like Derby Allen. But anyway,
I don't know anything
Darby,
about
Darby,
Luchasaurus, but
Darby
his
Allen
mask look cool as hell.
look vicious. Put it this way. Put it this way. Imagine Braun Strowman, right? His height wise, right? Built like no. Matter of fact, let me take it back. Not Braun Strowman. Imagine Drew McIntyre, same physique, same size, all that, but also doing luchador moves
Damn.
Hmm.
in a gangster ass dinosaur mask.
Yeah, that mask looks serious.
Luchasaurus legit can do luchador moves, power moves. So the scary part is, even with the mask and the gimmick, if they put him in the heavyweight contention, you could legit believe it because of his sheer size and his wrestling ability. Um, but overall, I think AEW may have the worst women's division in wrestling today. They also have now become very stale. The hype is over, bro.
Mm.
The hype is over. You can't live off the hype of being a new company for but so long.
You right over there,
And
Anthony?
what's happening is people are still riding the train of, oh, but it's AEW and it's new and FWWE. This is my opinion, not even as a WWE fan, but I'll tell you right now, if you watch Anthony, you could be my test subject because you haven't really watched AEW, right?
Right, not yet.
So so AEW is going to be fresh to you when you watch it. You're going to recognize some people, but for the most part, it's going to be like this fresh look. Watch an episode of AEW and watch an episode of NXT before the empty arenas, right? Go watch two old episodes. I guarantee you're going to enjoy the wrestling on NXT more in the long term. The stories are more compelling. Characters are more compelling. Even the female wrestlers in NXT that are still like kind of getting their bearings, they're more polished than the wrestlers in the AEW that have been around.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I think they're living off a hype, bro. But that's
Right,
it.
right.
That's my hot take on it.
That's
And that was
cool.
It's a
Franco's
hot take. It's a hot take indeed. Maybe that should be a segment. Franco's hot take.
Right.
I do a hot take. Y'all can give it. You know what? I tell you what. Y'all come up with something every week. You give it to me. I'll think about it. I'll research it. I'll give you my hot take on it.
That's hot. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Well, we're going on 2
Doesn't
hours.
matter what it is either.
We're going on 2 hours, and some of us got to eat dinner. So I think I'm
And I
gonna.
got
And
on
some
my
of us are
starter.
cooking.
If everyone's cool, I think we can cut it here.
Word. I love you guys.
All right. So
Mhm.
Anthony,
Well, you
as
guys
always, where can we find you at?
Cool.
Anthony, where can we find you at online?
You can find me on Facebook. Just look me up by Anthony L. Lewis. You can find me on YouTube. If you look me up by And Now Your Mama Knows, look me up by All Purpose Champion Crew. Look me up by Big Mike and Little Ant. You can also find me on Twitch at All Purpose Champion Crew. You can find me on Instagram by And Now Your Mama Knows. You can find me on Twitter by Now Your Mama Knows. You can find me on TikTok by Sandy Ant 23.
That's what's up. Ken, where can we find
Is
you
that
at online?
Sandy Ant 23 like you and Sandy's name, or is that literally an ant that is covered in sand?
Listen, she created the TikTok and she often just put me on there without my control. So it's
Ken, where can we find you at online?
Find me at Twitch at Nerdish Girl, Facebook at Nerdish Girl, and Instagram at Nerdish Grill because I stole my fucking name.
coins in it.
Franco, where can we find you online, sir?
You can find me on Facebook at Franco Cote Robert. You can find me on Instagram at NittyMac. You can find me on Twitter at NittyMac. You can find me on Twitch. I am now slowly starting to stream a lot of Destiny, and I will be starting to stream Predator soon.
Nice.
And that is at the NittyMac. think that covers me for now. And I secretly started a TikTok, but I just watch TikTok videos.
Mike, where can we find you online?
You can find me.
Wait, what?
What?
You can find Mike in the bottom of a soda bottle.
Yo, Mike started talking. That shit said, "Mer mer 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 mer
Oh man, what?
mer mer."
We hear you, Shorty Brown.
Oh.
All right, Mike, try again.
You can find me on
Mikey.
He might want to reset his feed.
Okay. He literally was like, you remind me of Ooh, look at this.
Eugene,
Hey,
where
guys,
can we
I
find
gotta show
you at
y'all
online,
something.
man? Eugene,
Yo,
where can we find you at online, man?
all right, YouTube and
Yeah.
YouTube and Twitch TV.
So what you gonna do is
79.
hold on a second.
My
Were you
Instagram
driving?
Bigum79.
Oh, you going the wrong direction.
Facebook is going to be Eugene H Bigum.
So you're gonna go back up here.
That's
And the
what's
end of the
up.
street,
Let's
this
see
is
if we
West
can get
State.
Mike back. Well,
Just walk straight up West State. Make a
hopefully
right.
we get Mike back.
Yeah,
I
go
am
up here
once
to the
again
light
DJ
and go
Justin
right.
Love. You can find
Once
me
you start
at
walking
DJ
up West
Justin
State,
Love on all
keep
social
going until
media.
you come to a light. You're gonna see
You
the
can check
street
out
is
my
gonna either go
Mixcloud,
straight or go up over a
mixcloud.com.
hill like this. Go up over the
/
hill.
Justin
and
hyphen
through
Love
the light,
hyphen
that's
Jacobs. You can
Spring
find me on
Street.
Mixcloud there.
You're like 10
And
minutes away. Maybe 10
hopefully we
minutes.
get Mike
Depending on
back
how
in
fast
here
you
so
walk.
we can drop his information before we go.
Hey, Just, I'm sorry, but I don't think anyone heard me or you doing Franco
Yeah,
getting
me
direct.
neither.
All we heard was Franco doing that.
Oh, my bad. I was giving directions.
Eugene, you go first. Go ahead. Where will we find you at, brother?
All right, on YouTube and Twitch TV, it's gonna be Black Dragon 79. Facebook, Eugene H Bigum. Instagram, E Bigum 79.
That's what's up. I'm DJ Justin Love. You can find me at DJ Justin Love on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find me on Mixcloud at mixcloud.com/Justin-Love-Jacobs. And you can also check out my website, justinloveentertainment.com. Mike looks like he's MIA, so I think we're going to cut it there. Franco, whatever the hell that is, that looks good as hell.
Sir, that is trout.
Okay.
Seasoned with a pepper sauce made by my girlfriend, Tajana.
And next
How much
week, we'll have Franco's
got
cooking
left?
corner.
No, Frank, I'll be over there in a few minutes. All right?
I said next week, we'll have Franco's cooking corner.
There you go. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If it's a nice day, there's a good chance that whenever we do this, I will be by the grill.
Hey, that's what's up. We're going to watch Franco cook one of these streams.
Maybe.
All right, y'all. This has been the
Maybe.
Mighty J.A.D.E Empire Podcast. We want to thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time. We're out.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And now, your mama knows.